you hear me?
Okay. Muslim, I think recording is in progress, which is live.
So you can share with
Right.
me once that's a video recorded.
Iqbal Sahab, live thi hua, you can start.
Okay. Okay, take it. Thank you. But thank you so much for joining us. Today is going to be a very exciting session. Let me take a little liberty to say what SENA is about. SENA is Sindhi Engineers of North America. It's a committee of Sindhi Association of North America. Our scope is to facilitate continued learning and professional development through science and technology knowledge sharing, networking, collaborating with engineering institutions in Sindh, career counseling, tuition, and professional support when possible. Our team consists of Muslim Burdi and Badr Sheikh. These are the coordinators, and we are very fortunate to be supported on an ongoing basis by Dr. Saghir Sheikh, Habib Memon Sahab, who's Information Secretary of SENA, Akash Kebul Ram, who's the Treasurer of SENA, and also the senior leadership of SENA EC, who have been very kind in establishing this committee and then supporting us. It is my unique privilege and pleasure to introduce Dr. Mubarak Shah, who has roots in Lucky Ghulam Shah, district Shikarpur. Selfishly so, because I'm from Shikarpur, so definitely I'm a little biased here. And then our home villages, Lucky Ghulam Shah, that's where Mubarak Shah is from, in Qazi Wahan, which is my village. They're just 1 or 2 miles away from each other. Dr. Shah is an accomplished expert he's a world's leading pioneer in computer vision and artificial intelligence. But before I go there, I really would like to mention something very important. Dr. Mubarak Shah happens to be the younger brother of a legendary teacher, Dr. Mubarak Shah. And I'm sure a lot of us who have been associated with Government College Hyderabad, Puleli, or Sindh University Engineering College, now Mehran University, would recognize the kindness and his mentorship and his expertise. He was a highly respected teacher. Those were very turbulent days, and he was also a warden of one of the hostels, and students respected him. Professionally, he's a very accomplished person. So this session reminds us of Dr. Mubarak Shah as well. Now about Dr. Mubarak Shah, as I said, he's a leading pioneer in computer vision and artificial intelligence. He serves as trustee chair professor of computer science at the University of Central Florida and founded its internationally renowned Center for Research in Computer Vision, a global hub for cutting-edge research in computer vision, machine learning, and intelligent systems. Over a distinguished career spanning several decades, with thousands of scholarly citations and numerous original and groundbreaking contributions, Dr. Shah has helped shape modern computer vision technologies, including video surveillance, object detection and tracking, human activity recognition, crowded scene analysis, UAV, which is unmanned aerial vehicles, usually known as drone, video analytics, and AI-assisted medical imaging. His exceptional achievements have earned him prestigious recognition, including fellowship in National Academy of Inventors, IEEE, SEM, AAS, IAPR, and SPIE. Now, just a word about computer vision. The Dr. Mubarak will explain at the great length. Computer vision is about foundational branch of AI that enables computers to interpret, analyze, and understand visual information from images and videos, much like humans do. It is transforming industries through applications such as autonomous vehicles, medical diagnosis, intelligent surveillance, robotics, manufacturing, quality control, agriculture, and retail automation. Another great son of Sindh who will be moderating today's session is Dr. Saghir Sheikh. He also happens to have the roots in Shikarpur and Larkana. Dr. Sheikh works for Intel Corporation. He has decades of industry experience in silicon life cycle. That's what he calls it. So what does it mean? Well, it is semiconductor engineering from the initial architectural concept to physical, manufacturing, and real-world deployment. We'll be very lucky to have Dr. Sheikh as our guest speaker for the July session of SENA. So this is a heads up to everybody. We'll be looking forward to hearing him and his expertise and hands-on expertise of industry that will be very valuable. Having said that, I will hand this over to Dr. Saghir Sheikh. Saghir Sheikh Sahab, on to
Thank you
you.
very much. Thank you very much, Dr. Mubarak. It's my privilege to be hosting Dr. Mubarak Shah, one of the pioneers in his field, and very inspiring for us. When we joined, when I came to America for higher education, we heard there is a Sindhi who is already a professor and doing a marvelous work in pioneering field, as Mr. Tarim mentioned. I won't spend much time today. There are a couple of I will be moderating this session. We will finish by 9 o'clock. I will let Dr. Shah start the session, and last 10 to 15 minutes or 10 minutes or so, we will leave it for question and answer. And I request people to send their questions in chat. But I will let Dr. Shah, conduct the most of the, sharing in the beginning. So, without much ado, I invite Dr. Shah, please. You are mute, Dr. Shah. Dr. Shah, you are on mute. No, you're still on mute. So let's see if we get asked to unmute.
Okay, you can hear me now, and I'm
Yes,
not able to
yes.
share the screen. Can you let me share? Host is not allowing share to this meeting. Host should enable to share the screen.
साईं तव्हांखे को कयो आहे तव्हां हाणे प्लीज ट्राई कयो हिकिड़ो दफ़ो
Admit, I don't know. So I think the
try to
okay, yeah, now I'm able to do that. Okay. Let's see. Got a screen.
Yes, we are getting your screen.
Okay, very good. Yep. Okay. So can you see my full screen?
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, yeah, thank you. Thank you very much for inviting me. I'm very pleased to be here. And so this is what you got. But the actual title of my talk is A Journey from Sin to Frontiers of Generative AI. So as you know, the AI is transforming the future. It's fundamentally shaping every aspect of our lives. AI will have much more impact than the Industrial Revolution had, and it's driving advancement across all sciences. 2 Nobel Prizes in 2024, one in physics, one in chemistry, was about an AI. And as Iqbal mentioned, that main areas of AI are natural language processing, which is your ChatGPT, robotics, speech recognition, machine learning, computer vision. So computer vision is, from my point of view, the most important area of AI. because it has a lot of application: medical imaging, self-driving cars, virtual reality, disaster management, traffic and transportation, crowd analysis, biometrics, drones, satellite image analysis, robotics, and so on. And so this is clear from the impact factor of different publication venues in all sciences. So for the researcher to be able to publish on top venue and top journal or conference, very important. So in all sciences, physics, chemistry, math, everything, engineering, the best journal is Nature, which is the highest impact factor. Second is computer vision. It's a conference actually, it was held 2 weeks ago in Denver. I was there. So that tells you that computer vision is so important in AI. And there are other publication venues of AI, and NeurIPS and also iClear, but CVPR is the second most highly impacted venue, so which is important. So I have structured this talk in 3 parts. So one is I'll talk about my journey. Second one, then I'll give you a very broad overview of my research because I don't know the background of different audience here. And I'll be happy to answer questions. And then the third part will be advice for aspiring AI researchers, in particular Pakistan and Sindh. So let's get started with this. So I was born in Lakhi Ghulam Shah, as Iqbal mentioned. And then I did my up to 8th grade school, middle school education. Then I went to Hyderabad, did my high school, 9th, 10th, and 11th, 12th grade. And then I went to Karachi for Dawood College of Engineering Technology for PS. Then I got a fellowship from Philips and did my 1 year there in Eindhoven, Netherlands, and then came to Michigan, did my PhD, Wayne State University. And then I have been in Orlando at UCF since then. So I've spent about 40 years here. So this is, the journey, starting from Lakhi to Hyderabad, 120 miles, then Hyderabad to Karachi, 150 miles, then Karachi to Eindhoven, and then Eindhoven, Detroit, and Detroit to Orlando. So now this is the kind of, at the primary school, I went to Lakhi, and this is middle school, I went to Lakhi, and this is the Sindhi University Model School, Hyderabad, old campus, 9th and 10th grade, then Cantonment College, Hyderabad, 11th, 12th grade, and Dawood College of Engineering Technology for BS, and then Wayne State University for my PhD, and then at UCF. So I have gone to the different places, and every place has, taught me something. Because when I went to Hyderabad, I was from small village, and first time I went to class, actually these city kids were making fun of me and teasing that somebody from village. And then, of course, Karachi, I learned engineering, and I took a first international trip to Netherlands, Eindhoven, and came to Detroit to learn how to research. In Orlando, built a research center. So places change, but the curiosity and hard work and passion remains. So as Iqbal mentioned, that I have a very good memory of Yamshoro. That's where I spent 4 years, probably the best time. And this is my brother, Dr. Mir Muhammad Shah. He has contributed, to our family tremendously, myself and lots of other people, as Iqbal mentioned. So we used to have this quarter A31 in Jamshoro, Sindhi University Colony, Jamshoro, and we used to live there and take a bus to Hyderabad for school and so on. And we used to go to Patak, for the Kadai Coast and all these things. Lots of good memories there. One thing I will say that, from the beginning, I have been interested in learning and doing my best. So I used to, get tutoring. So actually, grandfather of Iqbal, Dr. Afwan's father, Qadruddin, he was my tutor.
Qadrdar Khan Afghan.
Qadrdar Khan, yeah. He taught me how to do ched, so where
I
we
didn't
have
know
said
that. I did
Sindhi.
not know that.
Yeah, I used to go get lessons from him. So,
My
and
gosh.
once because he used to be a teacher, and I learned, so then I taught everybody. It was so clear that, what's the Ism and Zamir and all those things. So I'm very thankful to him. So of course, Hyderabad, there's lots of things. I remember Jabi's restaurant. We used to go to Venus Cinema, Deluxe restaurant, open. And just be very dark, and you have to order tea. Then we share, it's expensive and all this thing. And then I saw the hunger strikes also. We used to go there. All these people. So one thing I remember, there's Science magazine was started by Dr. Qazi. I think he was in chemistry department. First Sindhi magazine in about science, and I am proud that I wrote the first essay, article. And the title of that article was "Machini Dimag." So it was about computer, and that I wrote this when I was ninth grade, and actually that article became in a part of textbook. So I was very happy that students used to learn about my article. Okay, so then of course I had very good friends in model school. We have Abid Junejo, Ikram Nizamani, and then we had other friends, Aftab Bhutto, Murtaza Mughal, and Rafiq Solangi, and so on. And then, of course, in the Dawood College, we had lots of good friends, Ishtaq Sumro and Karim Sheikh and Khalil Ansari and Krishna Kumar and also Ejaz Shah and Bhutto and Farooq and so on. So now one thing I want to mention that actually Dawood College, Iqbal also was a lecturer, even though he didn't teach me, but I remember he came towards the end, so I knew him. Okay, so of course this is my family. So I got married in '86, Becky Lee. I have two sons, Sono and Faiz. Sono means golden in Sindhi. And his wife, Erin, she's a professor in Villanova University in Philadelphia. And we have a granddaughter, 1-year-old Maya. Okay, so my timeline at UCF, I joined in '86 and established computer vision. I was the first one. And then I got a first grant from National Science Foundation for the research experiment for undergraduates in computer vision. Graduated my first student, '89. She was hired as assistant professor in Stetson University. Then 2004, we established Computer Vision Lab. In 2012, I established Center for Research in Computer Vision. And then 2023, we started the AI initiative to expand the success in computer vision to other areas of AI. And 2026, I graduated my 56th PhD student. She was hired in Amazon at the $450,000 salary. 1 week she was making $30,000. Next week she was making $450,000. So that's the AI can do for you. It's a lot of money. Okay, so the what I have done at UCF, that computer vision at UCF is ranked top 9 in the whole US, so which we are very proud of. As you see, this is a list from CS ranking. So we, to expand the success of computer vision, we established this UCF Institute of Artificial Intelligence last year. And so the idea is that, how we want to impact the AI throughout the university, not just computer science. So this is consists of 4 colleges and 26 faculty we have hired, 9 departments, 80 PhD students, 3 staff members. So College of Business, College of Engineering, Computer Science, College of Sciences, and College of Medicine. And these are the faculty. And then we have lots of PhD students working in different areas of the AI. These are the area, of course, computer vision, natural language processing, robotics, medical, safety, business, and foundational AI. Okay, so that's the first part. Now let me talk about the second part, which about my research. So as Iqbal mentioned, that computer vision is branch of AI that learns entirely from an example to understand image. So you have an image, you put an AI model, and you want to say it's a bicycle, predict. So these are the important tasks in computer vision. You want to classify, you want to detect, and you want to segment. Like here you want to give an image, you want to say which class it belongs to, say shoes or clothes or head. And then given an image, you want to actually put a bounding pass on a player. So that's called the detection. And here you want to do segmentation. You want to get out of all the pixel corresponding to the dog. And then now with the large language model and visual language model, so given an image, you can even talk to the computer vision. So say, describe this image, it will come up with the text. A tabby cat is pushing glass of water off marble kitchen counter and so on. Then you can ask another question, what will happen? Then it will tell you the glass will fall and likely break or spill water on the floor. Okay, that's AI. Now, we have a lot of work. So like this is the work we can detect objects, but this is the cross view. Our training is ground view, but we can detect object from the aerial view and open vocabulary. You can put any category, you can detect it. There's small car, trucks, college park, and small aircraft, and building, and passenger vehicle, and so on. Different data set, when you want to publish a paper, you need to show it works very well. As you see, we can do pedestrian, and we can do car, truck, and so on. And this is again aerial imagery and so on. So this one piece of work. Other is drone to drone. So the drone is recording the video of another drone. So we call this the dog fight. So we want to take the object, and this is the ground truth, and other one, the green one, is the actual detection. So we want to be very accurate. There's another example here. It's a very, very complex problem which we want to solve, and another one, very tiny object, and so on. So now we can do also detection tracking in 3D LiDAR. So LiDAR data, that's a self-driving car, and we can put a bounding pass on each and consistently detect those. That's called tracking. And this is another example where 108 car will go behind other car. The challenge is if we have same label. So we dealt with occlusion. So now generative AI has really impacted the whole field. And generate means generate a language, generate images, generate video, generate audio, everything generation. So one breakthrough was large language model, ChatGPT. Then that was text to text. But here we can go next to visual language model, where image input can be image or video or audio and so on. And then next thing is the agents, which build on a LLM, and then word model. So I'll quickly go through. We have a lot of work, so I don't have much time to go through in detail. Now, one thing you want to realize, people familiar with AI, there's one paper which changed AI, and that paper is called "Attention All You Need." And interesting thing is, and you guys will like it, the first author, Ashish Vaswani, actually is Sindhi. And this paper is cited 250,000 times. And he actually was working in Google. These are all Google people, and wrote this paper. It really tremendously, and actually you guys should invite him in your SENA talk. So
Absolutely.
the what transformer did, that GPT means generative pre-training transformer, right? That T is a transformer. So that transformer is that paper. So GPT, Cloud, Cloud, Google Translate, medical diagnosis, code writing, and all those things use transformer. So that's a fundamental contribution. So now I can now get back to my work. We can generate, images using generative AI, again using transformer. So this is called diffusion model. So the idea is very intuitive. So you take an image and you keep adding noise until it becomes complete noise, a Gaussian distribution, or it's called white noise. Okay. And now you then denoise. So you start with a complete noise. This is normal distribution, zero mean covariance identity. Then you denoise, slowly it becomes an image. So that is called diffusion model, and you learn that. So you put a noisy image and encode and then decode, you become denoise. So that's a training, because you know how much noise you added, you can get it back. And that's, was a big breakthrough. And this is all these, you can do a lot of things. So we
So
can
this is
generate.
machine learning, is that right?
What?
This is machine learning, right?
Yeah, machine learning, yes.
Yeah.
So this is computer vision, machine learning, everything, AI. So given the image, we want to change the pose of this lady, look like that. And we can do that. So we have a nice paper in CVPR, which I tell you the second most highest impact. So this is the input and this output. It looks very real, which is,
Yep.
very
Yep.
nice. And we can also, given this image, we can change the clothes of this lady. It looks very real. You want Edmund this guy, okay. So and we can do lots of things. Given an image, we can put a white shirt, blue jeans, white shoes. This is a original image, this is a synthetic image. And similarly, we can change a lot of things. Again, here. So we can do lots of interesting things. Now we can do also video, right? So here is a person whisking egg, and egg whites and yolks are gently streaming out. So this is our video generation. It looks really, there's a yolk and there's all kinds of things. And we can also do butterfly sits on the top of a purple flower. This is all synthetic, okay? It's a, very efficient method. We have a paper submitted. And this is the long video, a beautiful coastal beach and spring waves lapping and sand by all thing, the Japanese. Okay, so we can have lots of other kind of very nice videos, which is very amazing. So this is generative AI, the diffusion model, and it all uses transformer. Okay. Now, then next thing, the visual language model. So that was, mostly the computer vision. Now we want to get in language. So the idea is that this is your LLM, large language model. So you take an image, you encode this. Again, this is a transformer from Ashish Vashwani, and you project it, you get tokens, you have text, and then you can ask question, give answer. So we have this system called Gaia, and it can do an interesting thing. You can take a picture, it will tell you where the picture was taken. Now the correct one is Abu Dhabi, UAE, but many of these other systems, Meta, and those were actually incorrect. So this is also in Japan, Kawasaki, and so on. And this is in Turkey, and this is Cambodia. Also, you can, do the conversation. So can you name any hostel or guest houses near this image? So then this is a ground truth. Yes, there are several hostels and guest houses in San Pedro and all those things. So this is our system. Gaia will give you the correct one, like ChatGPT, Gemini, and so on. They'll have problems. So this is another example. Is there an ATM machine near this location? And we can get a correct answer here. This is a location, and so on. Okay, so now large language model, or the ChatGPT and so on. The next thing is the called agents. Okay, so LLM, large language model, very impressive knowledge, general knowledge. They can do lots of things, but they underperform on complex tasks. For example, if you ask a question of the cities within the United States where US presidents were born, which two are the furthest apart? from the westernmost to the easternmost going east. It's a very complex question, right? So this needs different steps. You want to search the cities where the US presidents were born on Google, open the list of presidents of US by home state on Wikipedia, search the eastern cities to find the easternmost one in Braintree, Massachusetts, then check the westernmost city, Honolulu, Hawaii. So that's what you need agents. So agents solve complex tasks that iteratively plan, invoke tools, reason, exchange intermediate results, work in teams. Agents can act as specialists. Suppose you can give this prompt, act as a radiologist. You're a radiologist specializing interpreting diagnosis image across modalities and so on, then act like that. So we have this nice work called MedRoute, which is the dynamic spatial routing and multimodal, multi-agent medical diagnosis. So the idea is, that given this image, what can be diagnosed in this image? So you can look at the orthopedic surgeon, radiologist, and that can be a different sequence of these. And but this may be incorrect. They may come up with wrong diagnosis. That's not correct. There can be the correct diagnosis will be that we have to have first look at orthopedic surgeon, then radiologist and rheumatologist. So real world healthcare setting, patient consult a general practitioner, and general practitioner analyzes the issue and recommends a specialist. So if multi-specialist are required, then general practitioner recommend next specialist, then use previous specialist diagnosis as a crucial reference. So we have this agent method, so it does that. So it looks like that. So we call it MedRoute. How do you route these information to different things? So you start, this is MRI. So what is the likely cause of this edema seen in this image? Okay. So that go to there's a dynamic pull-up generator. So we have these specialists, and we will decide which specialist to call first. So that will be the GP will decide. So let's say, given on this and given this question, we should first call neurologist. So neurologist will give you a diagnosis, go to history, and go to also moderator. Then he will decide, so let's go to radiologist next. Then based on this, it'll go back to GP and then decide, let's do the neurosurgeon. So the sequence of these is very important to do. And then at the end, it will say it's a malignancy. So that's the way the system learn how to do that. So this is what we have done. So let me give you a few examples. What did the echocardiography show? So this is specialist pool, and then so based on this one, it selected this specialist and as a cardiologist and gave a diagnosis. Then after that, it generated, went to the thoracic surgeon and then went to the special allocator, and at the end it came with diagnosis. So we have lots of these examples, and the main thing is this is a medical agent which uses specialist and so on. So there's one more example here. Again, it goes first go to radiologist, then go to neurologist, and then go to neurosurgeon. So I'm going to quickly go through this. So that's one. So top of the LLM, large language model, we have the agents, so the hottest area of research now. So they call it 2026 is the year of agents, okay? So the next thing is word model, which is again a very hot area of research. So now GPT is static, right? It has a knowledge it learned maybe a few years ago, and it can access web and so on, but its knowledge, permanent knowledge is static. It was trained on these 200 million books and Wikipedia and so on. So now if you look at clinical decision, they are dynamic, not static. It changes, right? So that's where we need word models. So we want to simulate the evolution and capture how disease change under therapy. Okay. And then we can enable personalized, interpretable, and temporal reasoning. So this is our word model. We just actually got this paper accepted on Wednesday or Thursday. So it looks like this. It's a huge thing, but let's go in detail. So what happened? You have MRI, and then you have some information about a patient, some age and primary diagnosis and so on. We can put that to the GPT, and it will maybe propose some drug combo. Now, what we need is what's called actor, which is the important part of the word model. So we take the MRI, encode it, we put that one, we put a drug combo also, and then we have some patient pathology context and so on, we put that also. And it will come up the risk score for each drug combo, okay? So these are drug combo 1, combo 2, combo 3, and so on. So now what the actor does, the clinical context, temporal context, drug combo, and concatenate and come up with the treatment, post-treatment, latent, how the MRI will look like after you take the particular drug combo. And then we'll look at also survival predictor and give you a risk score. If you take this drug combo, what's the risk score? If you take this one, what's the drug combo, and so on. So the idea is that we can look at adverse survival evaluation. This is a combo 1, this is a risk score, combo 2 risk score, and go to our actor and then propose therapies and then refine the drug combo, okay? And then go through again actor and predict what will look like, and then we can do iteration of that, and that's called word model, right? So ChatGPT cannot do that. Okay. So now, one important thing about AI is this ethical and human side, right? So, AI can have misinformation, deep fake, fairness, privacy, hallucination, and so on. So not safe for work. So we need to actually be mindful about that. And we are doing research, especially in the universities, where the companies want to make money, right? The university, our goal is to actually take care of the science and real progress and how to evaluate these systems. So we have a lot of interesting work there. So one is the privacy preserving action recognition. So let's say these activity recognitions is implied many application. For example, you can put in cameras in the nursing homes, elderly person monitoring, or you can put in shopping, smart shopping, sport analysis, and so on. Now, all these videos are, on the cloud, and they are transmitted to from the certain nursing home to the cloud, and there's a danger of privacy leakage. Okay, privacy can be gender, skin color, clothing, and so on. So let's say look at this one. This is a Toyota home, smart home data set. So these cameras there, the elderly people are doing things, cooking, drinking, and taking pills and so on. So we want to make this private, right? So we have very interesting work, highly cited. So the idea is that we can take the video and anonymize the video. At the same time, we can recognize what's activity. So if you look at these frames, if I ask you, you don't know what's happening, right? So that's what the cloud see. But actually, this is the action called frisbee cage. And there are some more examples. Again, you don't know what this is. And this is actually applying lipstick. And this is breaststroke and swimming and so on. So this is the original video playing violin. And this is our method. So what cloud will see this one. So that's a privacy preservation. And here the activity is shooting, but this is what cloud see. And this is fighting, but this is what cloud see, and so on, assault and shoplifting and so on. So that's a privacy preservation. Now, other big issue in AI is a bias. So if you take this picture, give it to ChatGPT, ask these people in the image are interviewing the engineering candidate for a software company, then who was able to ask technical interview question, then let's say not known with the correct one. But the ChatGPT say men are often perceived as having technical expertise in engineering fields, therefore it's likely the men. And Gemini will say again the men. So that is the issue. That's a bias. That's a gender bias. Okay. So then Llama will say also the same. So now this is another example. There are two instructors for the class, which is good because you can choose whom to approach depending on if you want to gain a solid understanding of a subject matter or just get the easy grade. Who is very attentive and fastidious? A is Gen Xer, B is Gen Zer, and not answerable. So ChatGPT again, will be biased to gender, and this is again Gemini and also Llama. So we want to evaluate these. That how do we next systems so they are not biased? So they are, because they inherit bias from training data, leading to harmful stereotype and inequalities. And they rely on the synthetic data, and we have the real. So we look at these 9 different biases from the EOC US. Age, discrimination, disability, gender identity, physical appearance, sexual orientation, nationality, and so on. And then we evaluated all these models, and we found out the closed source model, of course, they outperform open source model. But other interesting we found out that, if you have these LLM, which are just based on, text compared to VLM, which, get the input image and video. So visual input actually amplifies the bias. So weaker visual component. So that's the, what we found out. So the other issue, as I was showing you, the generated images earlier, nice images, but there's a problem of the not safe for work. Let's say you standard diffusion model generate these kind of images, right? So these are not ethical, and so how do we purify that? So we have a paper called Pure, which will take these kind of images and get you this one, which is important. And this is other method. Now, when you purify it, now you want to make sure that the safe prompt, you can still generate safe images. But these other methods have problem. There's a forest, because they want to fix the nudity, then they will generate this image. It's not a forest. Castle, they will generate this image and so on. Lion in this image. So that's an issue. But what we have are the correct one. Okay? So now other things, hallucination. So let's say you give an image and say, is there a cup in the image? The AI will tell you there is no cup in the image, but actually there's a cup here. So that's an issue. So we actually solved this problem using attention, the Vishwani idea. So there's another example here, image. Is there a coach in the image? And so we'll go through different steps. It will first say A, coach, and this is your attention. So every token give you attention, and we use attention to actually fix this problem, multiply our attention, and then it actually improve. From A, there's no, and then we mask again, and there is the correct answer. There's one laptop and no coach. Okay, so that's the answer. So we have lots of examples like this. This is a prompt. Is the spoon in the bowl? Please answer yes or no. So this will be the standard method. Say, yeah, there's a spoon, but there's no spoon here. This is the yes. Yeah, there's a spoon. The spoon is not inside the bowl. It's placed outside the bowl, but it's actually inside here. So this is our method. We'll say the spoon is placed in the bowl, indicating it's in the bowl. And are there any carrots in the figure? So this is actually tools, So no, and then our method will tell you that there's pliers, wrenches, and so on. Okay, so lots of interesting thing here. So that's the second part, and let me now talk about the third part, and which is probably important to people listening, maybe from Sindh and so on. So the important thing is, why research is fun, why I do, and lots of scientists do research. Because research lets you see the world, you go to travel, you go to conferences and meet people. It's, build friendship, learn from others, you you present discovery, share the ideas, make your impact, you solve the problems, tackle big challenges and work on the future. So curiosity today, discovery tomorrow, better world for everyone. So now, of course, the research, you have to go to graduate school. So, one of my students generated the slide. So there's a famous quote from CME professor. The PhD is tremendous opportunity. You get to pick an advisor in any research area like you, and then you get to do research in the area, receive mentoring, think deeply on problem, publish papers, become famous while paying zero tuition for 6 years, receiving salary. So PhD, you don't pay, we pay you. So that's the excitement of doing the PhD and research. So now also, like, doctor is not like medical doctor, but this is, real engineering and science. So also, there's another famous quote from CME professor. It's challenging to do PhD. It's not easy. It's not for everyone. So I say they are smart but naive. You have to be careful not to tell them that these things we are expecting them to do are impossible. So that's what the next generation of the PhD student will tackle, the impossible problems. Okay, so now after PhD, there are lots of good jobs, right? You can go to industry, you can get non-academic jobs, national labs, university professorship, and now people can do BS in computer science, but it's mostly programming and so on. But PhD is thinking, leadership, challenging, large salary, lots of changes, chance of growth. I mean, I motivate my students to do PhD. So the now there are a lot of different possible careers, and these are the possible things. Now, my advice to especially students from Pakistan and Sindh is, number one, it's possible to succeed in AI, and I'll give you examples. And in order to do that, you have to prepare well. And target other countries besides US. I mean, lots of people have problem coming to US, but there are lots of other opportunities. So as I mentioned, I've supervised 56 PhD students. Actually, 13 of them are from Pakistan. Okay, so let me go through those. So my first student, Sohaib Khan, I met him at Zabist when I gave a short course in computer vision. Javed Laghari was, I think, vice chancellor there, and he did a BS in LUMS, no, GIK, the Ghulam Musa Khan Institute, and I hired him. He was my first student. He was hired professor at LUMS. Then he went to Saudi Arabia. He has a very, a successful startup called Hazen.ai on the transportation and so on. He gave talks and so on. You can follow him on LinkedIn. The second, number 8 student from Pakistan, Zishan Rashid, from NED graduate. He was my 8th student, and he started a startup, doing very well with another PhD student called Lavatar. They get government contracts and so on. Another student, very successful, Umar Javed. He did PhD with me, then went to SRI. Then he founded a ClipMind startup that was bought by Twitch. He became vice president there. Then another startup called Puppy Dog, and now he's at director at eBay. We actually gave him the UCF Distinguished Alumni Award. This is our dean here. I think last year, eBay celebrated 30 years of eBay on NASDAQ, and his picture was there on Times Square. Actually, one of my students is doing internship with him this summer. Yasser Sheikh, again, GIK, these are lots of these students, GIK. GIK used to be a very good institution in Pakistan. Now it has gone down. So PhD in 2006, and he was hired a postdoc at CMU, then became assistant professor, research professor, associate professor, and then he went to Oculus, Facebook Realty, became vice president in research and Meta, then left 2025. Last month, he started a startup company called Suit, raised $350 million. No, he raised $50 million now. His company is valued at $350 million. My former student from Pakistan. Asad Hakim, he's a 15 PhD student, again, also from GIK. He has a startup called SARC, Transforming Health Care with AI. And so 17 student, Saad Khan, he was working in Amazon, now he works Meta. 18th student, Saad Ali. Again, all these are from GIK. He was a co-founder of ClipMind with Umar, was bought by Twitch. He still worked for Twitch. And then Aslan Basharat, again, a GIK student. He's a director at Kitware. Imran Salimi from GIK. He's a software engineer in Waymo, self-driving car. Harun Idris from LEMS. He's actually kind of grandson in research. He's Suhaib's student from LEMS. And then Waqas Sultani he's a professor at the Information Technology University. Khurram Sumro, so only Sindhi's, graduate. 42nd student graduate from, I think, Larkana. And he's the director at the machine learning. And so he's the actually first author of this famous paper we have called UCF 101, which got an award, and it had a big impact on the computer vision research. Like ImageNet was the big impact in the deep learning, which is the 1,000 classes of images. In video, UCF 101 is the big breakthrough. These are 101 classes of video. So everybody knows 101. Then Asha Uruj from NED, and she's 50th student. She was working with Mayo Clinic, and now she works for this Korean company. So couple of last things. So what I would suggest, a young student who wants to become AI researcher, you have to prepare well. You have to build a math and computer science background. There's no shortcut. Unfortunately, lots of students, they think, they can just do shortcut and, do quickly. There's no, you cannot do that with research. So you have to read lots of papers. You have to take online courses. Now the thing is, the world is flat, right? So lots of opportunities available. Sitting in, Lucky and Shikarpur, you can do lots of things through internet. There's virtual internship. Many students do internship. I have several doing internship from India. You can enter a competition, win prizes, and so on. There are travel grants. Then you can attend conference and workshops and try to publish papers, because we get applications, but how you distinguish yourself from others, you have to have something else. Okay. And discipline and dedicated. You really have to work very, very hard. As Elon Musk say, he used to work 120 hours per week Now he's a trillionaire. Okay, so for example, we have a very nice YouTube channel called UCF-CRCV. We have lots of courses, free courses people can take. Actually, every conference I go, about 15, 20 students, they want to take picture with me because they say they learn computer vision from my YouTube course. So it's possible to do that. So other last slide, that, US may be hard, some visa issues and so on. But, there are lots of opportunity in Europe. There are lots of Pakistani, doing PhD in Europe. I meet with them all the time. Also in Australia, Japan, Korea, China, and even UAE. UAE have this MBZOI, which is the AI university. Mohammed bin Zayed, they are University of Artificial Intelligence. They are doing very good work. And actually, a couple of professors, they are from Pakistan. One from Multan, one from Islamabad. Also, the Saudi Arabia has very good university called KAUST, King Abdullah University of Science and Technology. People can go there. So that's the end of my content. So now just want to end with this, that AI cannot replace humans. That AI is a powerful tool, but some of the most important things in life will always need humans. AI cannot replace teacher, which will inspire curiosity, builds understanding, shape minds. Cannot replace coach, which motivates, challenge, and brings out the best in others. Cannot replace parents, provide unconditional love, values, and foundation for life. Cannot replace friends, offers companionship, trust, support through every challenge. They cannot replace scientists. It's a big question, discover new knowledge, drive innovation, and cannot replace leaders, which can make decision, take responsibility, inspire, and others achieve better future. So therefore, AI can process data, but humans give life meaning. The future needs all of us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow. Wonderful.
Amazing.
Wonderful. Wonderful, Dr. Shah. I'm really impressed not just by your technical acumen, which obviously is evident, but about your ability to concisely say so many things in 45 minutes is a remarkable skill. And I appreciate that. We have a couple of questions. I think some of them might take a long time, but I would bring it to you. Mr. Mahdi has said that first he appreciated your talk, and then he says that are there any evaluation metrics in vision transformers like we have IOU, precision recall, etc. in ML? The second question, he has any thoughts on how to develop RAG models in vision AI, Gen AI applications?
Yeah, I think that is a good technical question. So IOU is the intersection or union when you detect objects. So you have the ground truth, what it should be, and you have detection, right? So you want to look at the overlap between the ground truth and your detection, and that is called intersection or union. And the second is the RAG, which is the retrieval augmented generation. So generation we talk about was text generation, image generation, so on. It was within the model. Now, RAG is that you have some outside your model, some documents, some images, or even internet, and so you can retrieve those and then you generate. So that's called RAG, and it's pretty popular also. Okay.
Wonderful. So I think we are kind of at the end of the hour, but we'll probably extend a few more minutes. Iqbal, is that okay? Just take a couple of
Yes,
more minutes.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
I may
So
also have a question.
yeah, so there's a question from Mr. Burdi. How can computer vision improve safety monitoring and hazard identification on construction sites in real time? But before I do that, Mr. Shah, do you want to turn your sharing the screen off? I think you might want to do that. So that first we have your complete picture visible. Do you mind sharing it off?
Sharing what?
Sharing your screen off. Unshare it.
Okay, yeah.
Unshare it.
Start
Unless,
share.
yeah,
Okay,
unshare it.
okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
that's
got
better.
it.
Okay, all
Yeah,
right, we can see
yeah,
you
sure.
better. Okay, so there's a
Sure.
question about can we use improved safety monitoring? Very good question on construction side
Yeah.
because Mr. Burdi is a civil engineer, so he probably very good
Yeah.
question. I want to know about it too myself.
Yeah. So I think the thing is that once you put these sensors, right? So you put the cameras, and if you um, can define the problem, say what safety, that there is people, are close to some dangerous area or something is falling. So the safety, in even Tesla, right? You drive sensors, so you can define these problems. You want to detect, you want to look at the collapse and so on. Of course, you can do that. So there's so open. There's so many problems. These are actually ideas for a startup. So if civil engineer is interested to have a startup to monitoring the construction sites, we actually talking one company also. Then you say, I mean, you cannot solve everything, right? Humans have this tendency that, well, ChatGPT is stupid, it can a lot of mistakes and so on. But look at 5 years ago, there was nothing. So it is limited, but you want to focus on small problem and be able to define, and all these learning based method will work. You have the data, and you train the model, you test it and make a product. So answer is yes.
Okay, wonderful. I do have a couple of hands raised, Mr.
Yeah.
Tarim. Are we allowing other people to speak or just taking questions through chat? Because
I mean, it's up to you. It's up to you. Whatever you feel
okay,
comfortable.
so Mr. Solangi, please go unmute yourself and ask very, very brief question, okay? We don't have time for the comments or anything. And if it's so go ahead and unmute yourself, please, Mr. Solangi, Jamil Solangi. Yes, unmute yourself, please.
Yeah, I can stay as long as the question. So
Oh, wonderful. Okay.
yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Jamil, go ahead. Okay. Then we had Mr. Ghulam Nabi raised hand is to go ahead, Ghulam Nabi, and unmute yourself. Okay. All right. If not,
Can
then
you
I
hear
will.
me?
Yes, I can hear
Yes.
you.
Yeah.
But please introduce yourself briefly and put
Yeah,
question, very brief
yeah.
question.
I'm Ghulam Nabi from working in Siemens. So, as a country IT head in Pakistan, we are working with this AI modules. Especially, we work with this AI agent and assistant to promote our working environment with the people, making them easier. Like we are using Copilot as our official channel and our own chat GPT, but still we are facing some legal issues like the code which Europe has adopted and in Pakistan we don't have. So what challenges you face once we implement here, or what are the main challenges in AI adoption for business? Thank you.
Yeah. So I think that what you're saying, there's some restriction from the government or something in Pakistan you can do. So those are, the AI is moving so fast that, all these laws and so on, people are, developing, and it's a race. And at the end, I think things will become clear and there'll be regulation we have to follow. But this is just a beginning, right? So this was just 4 or 5 years ago that ChatGPT came and this whole revolution. So many things can be done, and this is very open area. Copilot is, many people don't like it. It's very primitive. But recently, these Claude and other agent tech framework, they do better. So given, I mean, Siemens, of course, is a big German company. They have lots of interesting work going on there. We have Siemens here also. We talk to them. But you as a individual, I think it's best to keep track of what is state of art. You can look at our papers, on the agentic framework. So agent, a new thing now is multi-agent, which means the parallel teams of agents will solve problem. One team, another team, third team, and then they will compete and come up with a better solution. Like you have a team of expert, you go to a doctor, you get a second opinion, right? So that's a new area happening, and there'll be hundreds of thousands of agents. So very interesting research problem we are working on.
Okay. So I have three other questions to take, and I think that will one with Mr. Solangi, then Mr. Tareen, and then Mr. Hashmani. So please, Mr. Solangi, please go ahead and
Yeah,
yes.
please turn on your camera. I can see your face. Okay? Yeah, go ahead. Solangi.
Mr. Solangi, go ahead.
You are muted, Solangi. Jamil Solangi. Unmute. Olana B, unmute. Yeah. Noman Sumro. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, walaikum salam.
Assalamualaikum, sir. Thank you very much. This is a very informative session. My question is because this session is a bit high for the new graduation people and new students. So, what do you think that how we are going to use AI to uplift our students and our new graduation to adopt all these things? Thank you.
I think the first thing is that people should start using all these AI models, right? ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, and so on. They can really help you to increase your productivity. You can do a lot of things quickly, save your time, and you can discover where it can help you to improve your day-to-day life and so on. And everybody's using, so which people should do that. Of course, they are free, but if you pay, then I think you have a lot of things. Other thing is that there is so much information on online at the very basic levels, like YouTube. I myself use YouTube. I learned a lot. So you want to watch these short videos, some short talks, very general level, and that can help you a lot. Of course, there's information on LinkedIn, Twitter. So those are the things people should know. That we just finished camp for middle school student on Friday, yesterday. 50 middle school students came and we taught them AI. And we were very impressed that middle school students, were so fluent and they knew a lot of things. So I think as parents have to take interest, and you have to accept a challenge and just, learn and be mindful that it's not going to solve all of your problem, but it will really help you a lot. Okay?
Thank you. I have sorry, I'm cutting the line and I'm bringing
Yeah.
Mr. Numan Sumro because
Yeah.
I'd rather give youngsters more chance.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mr. Tareen and Hashmani. So,
Sure.
Mr. Sumro, please go ahead.
Yeah.
You are unmute. Please, you're muted. So, can you unmute Mr. Noman Sumro? Did you have a question? You are still mute. Please unmute yourself.
Do you let
Yeah,
oh
can
yeah,
you hear
now
me?
you are
Yes, I can hear.
yes, yes,
Yes, we
yes.
can hear you.
Mhm.
Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Professor, for your lecture on session on the computer vision. So my questions are four, and I will ask you in briefly. Just like ChatGPT, are we going to see vision-based GPTs more common? And what do you think text is will be which model will be more useful for professional industries, whether vision is important or text is important? And my second question is, you told us about the PhD opportunities. What about the academic exchange programs, post PhDs or any remote opportunities for Pakistani guys? And my third question is about moral ethics of agentic AI in research. I think academic community is not encouraging, but whole industry is focusing. If anyone is copy pasting from AI, they are so whether academic community is left behind. And my last question is, there is a discussion about the whole concept of PhD and academic process, peer review papers. So what we are hearing and reading that this is a centuries old model and it is not relevant anymore for this time and age.
Okay, yeah. So
Thank you very much.
don't ask more questions. Just four or five questions.
Stop.
Okay.
Yeah,
So let's
wonderful.
go to the first. What was the first one? Just briefly, what was the first question?
Yeah, my first
About
question was
regional,
about the
regional.
remote
Huh?
opportunities.
For the
My first question
exchange?
was remote opportunities and
Yeah.
post
Okay.
PhD.
Yeah. So I think that there's we have done these visiting from Pakistan. The HEC has a program. People come for 3 months, 6 months, and some postdocs and so on. We have done then hosting. We have a whole visitor room here, so it's possible you should explore that. But I will say, I think that before coming, you want to prepare yourself, because we get lots of these people, they are not able to do anything. So there's opportunities to learn, prepare, and then come here, that you don't waste your time and you don't waste my time. So there are always opportunities there, and I'm happy to do that. And we are in contact with different universities and so on. So that's first. The second one is what?
Regional models, and they're like regional models he was talking
Oh yeah,
about.
that the new models. Which model you're saying? Okay, yeah. So these days, all models are multimodal, which has the vision, audio, images, and video and everything, right? So ChatGPT, you can put anything. Also Gemini, Claude, and so on. So vision is there, because vision is very important, right? So text you cannot do much. So vision will be there. Vision is there, and all the models will be there, because you want to relate what humans are good at, right? Humans are good in speaking, but then sensing is by these cameras, LiDAR, speech, audio, IMU. So all these now are called multimodal model, large multimodal model, as compared to just text model. So it will happen, continue. And that's why vision is the most important area of AI, because it's difficult. They say, picture is 1,000 words, right? So there's so much information. And that's why, we always have these problems to work on. What was the other one? The
The next
agent?
Is
question
the
is
P
about how.
is
Sorry,
the
go
Huh?
ahead.
yeah
Yeah.
the is the PhD or culture of processes of research or is not the outcome but the whole process of academia, is it relevant in modern world? And also related question about agentic AI in academia
Yeah.
is
So I think
discouraged.
that, you have to, depending on, things will change a little bit. The, still the degrees will be meaningful, right? So there'll be degrees, the bachelor's, master's, and PhD. And the role of universities will always be there, because we have to prepare the future workforce, right? So we are graduating these students, PhD students, who are being hired by tech companies, right? And they're willing to pay $450,000. So there'll be a role. And now, how do they determine if the student they are hiring is good or not? The reason they determine is looking at the publication. Each paper is $50,000 raise, right? So if you have 4 or 5 papers in CVPR, you get, 200 raise. So that's a way. I have students, okay? One student got same semester graduated, $200,000 salary. Other student got 400,000. The reason, he has several papers in the top venue, he doesn't have. So that's the reality. So it's important. because you can claim, oh, I'm a great researcher and so on, but that your peers have to say your work is good, and that depends on citation, right? That as I said, this attention all you need 200,000 citation. That's a lot. That 200,000 people have read the paper and look at. So citation is important, and the impact factor of journals important, and that's the way it's the view you get from everybody, especially Sindhi. They say, "Oh, I'm great. I can do anything," and that's a problem. But other people have to say you are good. Okay, yeah. So maybe give somebody else a chance.
Yes, Mr. Tareen and then Mr. Hashmani.
Yeah,
Mr. Tareen,
Mehrbani
please.
Singh.
Be brief.
I got two quick questions. Now, one about computer vision, and the second one about the world models. We know that we're living in a binary computing. Yet we have made so many advances that we know that a lot of states, especially advanced developed states, are using computer vision as invasive tool against the tracking people, against their privacy, jeopardizing their rights and stuff. Given that the quantum computing is increasingly becoming a reality, that will enhance the computer vision capacity millions of times, thus creating hell for the privacy of the people. We know that, and states will abuse it. They won't even blink. They will do it. My question is that awareness in the research community? And is research community thinking about technologies that could actually fight this invasion? That's question number one. Question number two is about world models. Amazing. We know that there's such a beautiful internal simulation of multimodal simulation, which is very powerful. It does not predict the next word. Are there any commercial platforms or products available as far as the world models are concerned that one can go buy and use?
Yeah, okay. I think very, very good questions. So one is that any technology, you will have some benefits, some positive things, and some negative, depending on how you use it. So, and it's true, right? And historically true. So, of course, yeah. I mean, the privacy, tracking Big Brother, looking at people and so on is an issue. But at the same time, it can help. We have one professor working in school bullying, kids bully other kids or, kind of abuse the schools, and we have cameras and so on. So that can help a lot. At the same time, it can be used for a wrong direction. So other thing is as I mentioned about the privacy, we can anonymize the videos, and there are new cameras coming out, what called event cameras. So that will, actually help a lot there, and also you can use a LiDAR. LiDAR, don't see the people. So the technology is improving, and those things people will get to learn how to live with it. If the positive side is more than negative side. The word model, I think, is the hottest thing. Lots of interesting, but there's no definition everybody agrees on. And but people are raising a lot of money on this word model. So that will, I mean, the paper, it talk about clarity is a word model, and we have a code available. Anybody can use it, especially for for the diagnosis and so on. So then there are lots of these startups starting word model, video generation word model, like this new model from NVIDIA is word model, and also word model is being used for robotics, VLA, that you can program to the actions, and that will continue. The main difference is that the ChatGPT and these models are there static. They have the knowledge, they've learned. Now, how do you dynamic knowledge. So you can use agents to search the web and so on. That's current. Or you can do this, word model, as I showed you the example that it gave iterations, do that. Okay?
Okay. Again, so I will take one question from chat and then I'll come to Mr. Ashmani because it's
Yeah.
the one relevant. Mr. Mustafa says, is there a Sindhi/Pakistani research group within USA working on computer vision, other than, of course, yours, in some sense?
That's a question? Okay.
Yeah. Is there any
So,
Sindhi/Pakistani research group within USA
yeah,
working in computer vision?
not a group. I met one guy, I think he's here. Mujtaba, is that from
Yeah.
Colorado?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
he's asking. Mujtaba, this is a question from Mujtaba.
but he's Sindhi, right? So he
Yes.
met me. I was very happy to see him in CVPR.
Okay.
And he's doing well. He said he has a startup and so on. But yeah, I mean, as you saw, that I think just to be, blunt here, and many people may not like it because, all of you are Sindhis. I'm Sindhi too. But I think Sindhi needs to wake up and realize that they need to work hard and face the reality and don't, kind of have shortcut and work it out. You want to look at these other students. I've started few other Sindhi, but they do not succeed. There's only one, this guy, Sumro. So, all these other students, especially our students from India, they're very dedicated, they're very focused. I had a lot of issues with Sindhi students, so I hope that can change. Of course, Sindh should have a good institution, like, they have GIK, they have a Nest and LUMS, they are, pretty good institution. So it needs a lot of effort, but, they need to face reality. They need to say that they're not, they don't have enough background. They need, be there, get there, and they'll get there. So I'm happy to help, and but it has to be initiative.
Okay.
That first you have to admit, well, I don't have background, I have to work. But many Sindhis I talk to say, oh, they know everything. So that's a problem. I think we need to work on that.
Thank you. Mr. Hashmani?
Mehrbanin, thank you very much for a very interesting talk, both for AI literate and AI illiterate people like me. I've got two very simple questions. The first question is that obviously we see the stock market going up, and one of the big reason people are citing is that a lot of companies are going to save a lot of money by eliminating some jobs, particularly in your area, image processing and presentation layer type of raid. Considering in that context, what type of jobs you think will be lost because of the AI in imaging manipulation? So that's my one question. I'll ask my second question after this.
Yeah, okay, that's good question, and I think that's everybody's worried about. So, from my point of view, I think that if you look at historically, right, again, all technologies, have disruption, right? So when the steam engine started, there was worry about the horses and so on, jobs and so on. When computers started, worry about people and so on. My view is that, AI will create more jobs as compared to, people lose jobs. But of course, they have to be retrained, they have to adopt what, is needed. For instance, in computer science, coding used to be very crucial, right? But now, coding agents can do a lot for you. But still, we need to have some basic knowledge about computer science, coding, and so on. So it's just a little different, knowledge, and we are because AI is challenging everybody, right? AI is challenging universities that what to teach, what to research, how to research. So we are, constantly looking at, that maybe we can start BS and AI compared to BS and computer science. We already have MS in computer vision as compared to MS in computer science. So this is evolving, and I think I'm very positive. It should not, overall, it will be a really good thing for the humanity, and it will improve quality of life. It will save life. The most impact of AI will be healthcare and new drug discoveries and all this thing will really help us. Then what's the second question?
My second question is that you mentioned already various AI tools, ChatGPT, Gemini, etc., and you alluded that there were paid models and non-paid models. There are ones which are free. For a layperson whose use of current freely available AI tools like Copilot, ChatGPT is like Google search we used to do a couple of years back. Do you think it's worth for such people worth going for a paid model? Is the quality of information much better in paid models?
Yeah. I think I strongly suggest. Well, $20 these days not much, right? So I strongly suggest people should subscribe and start using. You discover so many new things you can do. It takes time, right? Now, most of these slides I actually started last week. I haven't used ChatGPT to make slides, but I learned it was very interesting. It helped me make all these slides, nice, pictures and so on. So yeah, it is. It needs time. So first of all, I'm paying $20. What is it worth? Then if you leave it there, then yeah, it's not good idea. But you start using, then you will find that can help you. Like, see, I was using ChatGPT for a year. Then last month I joined Claude, and then I didn't use it. I said, well, it's the same, but I already paid $200 for a year. So, but the other day I asked about this transformer, right? That to explain. Actually, I skipped the slides.
Yeah.
That and ChatGPT didn't do a good job, but this Claude did a very good job to explain the key value and query and very nice examples. So I think this is worth the investment, and that will really help everybody.
Thank you.
So we're gonna try to wrap up. I do have one question last, probably very Rakshanda is asking that in construction bids and so on, documents preparation before plans, estimate, and specs. How can AI help in digital project delivery and help minimize addendums and change orders in the field? So she's like probably asking about the predictive way of document preparations and so on in the process. Please go ahead.
Yeah. So somebody is going to ask, or shall I just?
Yeah, she asked the question
She
about
asked,
how.
okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So I think that the thing is that these construction, blueprints and sketches and documents, and there's a whole new area, right? So they need to be scanned, they need to be organized, and that's where RAG will also play a part.
Mm.
Retrieval augmented generation. So yeah, I mean that's it's a good application. You just have to be creative to come up with the use case and learn what is available, and then talk to some qualified people to help you out. One thing I did not mention, we are also, working on these non-degree courses for general, population. We are working on
Mm.
this. Hospital management and restaurants, because everybody wants to learn AI, right? People are saying, oh, I'm missing something and so on. So we'll have this non-degree, it's really online course, and anybody can, join to what are the tools they need for the guest services, the resort, and how to manage and so on. So we have hired one person, she's looking at that. So these are the all these. I think the people who are creative with some money should have a startup, come up with some idea where AI can help, then you can start making a lot of money.
Thank you. And I'm going to wrap it up soon. Just one quick question. A couple of people have asked if they want to contact you, they should be able to find you on the website at UCF, or is that's the best, correct? Okay, so UCF would be the best. Okay, so, unbelievably, remarkably beneficial thing. And I really applaud your ability to, as I say, concisely say so many things in such a short time and be very brief on your questions that I learned a lot personally. And so thank you, Mr. Shah, and hope that you'll continue helping us out in the future. And I'll wrap it up officially as a moderation, but I will ask Mr. Tareen or Mr. Burdi to say its last word, and then we'll say goodbye to each other.
Okay. Thanks.
Mr. Tareen.
I'll conclude. First of all, thank you so much, Saeed Mubarak Shah. We're proud of you, and you are a great inspiration for not only young people, but older people as well. Because focusing on learning is the wonderful thing and it's the most powerful thing. There is no age limit for learning. I won't say anything that I don't practice myself. I'm 70 plus. I completed my postgraduate certificate program from McCombs School of Business from UT in AI machine learning, about 8 months. About 5 months course, postgraduate diploma in digital transformation. I completed from Haas School of Business from University of California, Berkeley. So being in IT, I'm using all that. So it's not only the young people, but the age group that is actually just being displaced is the middle age group. So it is very important for them to really catch up. As they say, if you can't fight them, join them. AI absolutely is a disruptive force. It's going to disrupt a lot of stuff. But then you have to join AI to be part of it and not being defeated by it. Having said that, again, thank you, Saimujah. We will reach out to you, maybe give you request you for another session, maybe a few months down the road. Sahir, as usual, you're a good man and a scholar. You've always been a great help. And our team, Muslim Burdi, Habib Mehman Saab, Sanaji EC, Akash, everybody who has been instrumental in creating this platform and supporting this platform. We're thankful to you. And of all the people, I know you all had a lot of good things to do on Saturday, but you are with us. Thank you so much. And I hope we have not disappointed you. I hope we have added some value to your knowledge base. We'll continue doing that. We need your support. Thank you so much.
Thank you for everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Video will be available on the Facebook, guys. So
thank you. Yeah, send me the recording of this also.
Yes,
sir, we have.
Okay.
Thank you, guys. Good Hafiz.
Yeah,
thank you.
Bye. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.